You knew it was a bad idea. Maybe not at the start, but at some point, you knew. The investment was bleeding. The relationship was done. The business idea had run out of road. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a voice was telling you, walk away. But you didn't. You put more money in. You stayed a little longer. You tried one more time. And now you're watching this video, which probably means one of two things: either you're in the middle of it right now, or you've been there before and you still don't fully understand why you did it. So let's talk about it. Section 1. The sunk cost. The trap has a name. Let's start with the foundation of all of this, something called the sunk cost fallacy. A sunk cost is anything you've already spent that you can't get back. Time, money, emotion, years of your life. And here's the rational, logical truth: sunk costs should have zero influence on your next decision. What's gone is gone. The only thing that should matter, economically, logically, is what happens from this point forward. Expected future value. That's it. But we are not logical creatures. We are emotional ones. And when we've already put in $10,000, or 3 years, or our whole identity, walking away feels like admitting all of that meant nothing. Pushpin Section 2. Your brain hates losing more than it loves winning. Here's where the neuroscience gets genuinely wild. Two psychologists, Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, spent decades studying how humans actually make decisions. And what they found turned economics upside down. Losses and gains are not felt equally. The pain of losing $100 is roughly twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining $100. Say that again, twice as powerful. So your brain isn't working with a balanced scale. It's rigged. Loss hurts more than gain feels good. Always. And this isn't a bug. It's actually a feature, or at least, it used to be. For most of human history, losing your shelter, your food, your safety, that could kill you. Gaining a little extra food was nice. But it wasn't life or death. So the brain evolved to be hypersensitive to loss. Section 3. The illusion of control. There's another engine running underneath all of this, and it's called the illusion of control. It's the belief, often subconscious, that we have more influence over outcomes than we actually do. Slot machines are literally engineered around this. You know that feeling when you almost win? 2 cherries and then a lemon? That near miss is not an accident. It's designed. And the reason it works is that your brain processes a near miss almost the same way it processes an actual win. It keeps you in the game. Section 4. It's not about the money, it's about you. Here's the part nobody talks about enough. Loss chasing is often not really about the money, or the time, or the resource. It's about identity. When you commit deeply to something, it becomes part of who you are. The failing business isn't just a bad investment anymore, it's your dream. The one you told people about. The reason you left the stable job. The thing your whole sense of self has been built around. Walking away doesn't just mean accepting a financial loss. It means accepting that this version of you, the visionary, the bold one, the person who had the guts to try, might have been wrong. And that is a completely different kind of pain. This is actually why highly intelligent, highly capable people can be some of the worst loss chasers. Their identity is often more tightly bound to their decisions. Being wrong about the bet starts to feel like being wrong as a person. So the psychological defense kicks in. You find new angles. New reasons it'll work. You double down. You chase, not because you believe in the outcome, but because you can't emotionally afford to believe in the alternative. Section 5. How to actually break the pattern. Okay. So now we know why this happens. But awareness alone rarely changes behavior. So here's what actually works. 1. Set your exit before you enter. Before you commit to any significant investment of time, money, or energy, decide in advance the conditions under which you'll stop. Not when you're emotional. Now, while you're clear-headed. If this drops 20%, I'm out. If we don't hit this milestone by this date, I pivot. Pre-commitment decisions are far more powerful than in-the-moment decisions. Your future self in the middle of the loss will thank you. Number 2, separate your identity from your decisions. You are not your investment portfolio. You are not your business idea. You are not the relationship you chose. These are things you did, not things you are. A decision can be wrong without making you a failure. Practice saying that. 3. Ask the cold question. When you feel the urge to chase, pause and ask yourself, if I hadn't already put anything into this, would I enter this position today? If the answer is no, you're chasing. The history is irrelevant. The only question is, does this make sense from here? 4. Find people you can be honest with. One of the most powerful antidotes to lost chasing is having someone in your life, a mentor, a close friend, a coach, who you can be genuinely honest with about how things are going. When the social cost of admitting a mistake feels lower, the pressure to double down drops significantly. 5. Reframe what quitting actually means. Our culture worships persistence and shames quitting. But the best investors, operators, and decision-makers in the world are often those who cut losses quickly and without drama. Stopping isn't failure. It's resource management. It's freeing up what you have, time, capital, energy, attention, for the next opportunity, which might actually be the one. Lost chasing is ultimately a story about how hard it is to be human. To carry the weight of everything you've already put in. To feel losses in your body twice as hard as you feel gains. To have your sense of self wrapped up in outcomes you can't fully control. This isn't stupidity. It's humanity. But here's what's equally true, awareness is leverage. Every time you catch yourself in the middle of the chase, that feeling of throwing good after bad, staying in something you know is over, you now have a name for what's happening. You have a framework. And you have a choice. The loop can be broken. Not easily. Not all at once. But deliberately. The losses you stop chasing today are the resources you have for something better tomorrow. If this video hit home for you, do me a favor, share it with one person who needs to hear it right now. You know who that is. And if you want more of this, the psychology of decisions, the patterns that quietly shape your outcomes, and how to actually think more clearly under pressure, subscribe. We go deep on this stuff every week. I'll see you in the next one.